Welcome back to DXB today. It's been an absolutely fascinating episode thus far as we are exploring the business relationships between India and the UAE, which leads us to our next guest. And you cannot think about Dubai without one of these amazing brands, Jumbo Electronics. It's one of the UAE's leading consumer electronics retailers, and with us now is their CEO, Vikas Chadha. Vikas, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
It's
Pleasure.
such a pleasure. I've been here for many, many years, and I remember going to the mall.
Do you buy from Jumbo?
Of course I do.
Oh, lovely.
Of course I do. This is what I was leading on to, because this is the one place that I used to go to. I used to go to the mall, and Jumbo was that place where you just look around and there's just TVs and big flat screens, and the Sony PlayStation was one of my favorite things I used to play back in those days.
Excellent.
And how did you have that relationship with Sony and Jumbo?
Yeah. So, you know, when our founder, late Mr. Manohar Rajaram Chhavria, people call him as MRC, he started the company in 1974. So Sony was the first partnership that we entered into. And you know, Sony did its role in terms of ensuring that the products are available and they are cutting edge in technology. We as partners did our role to ensure that the products are available at the right places, we have the right stocks, the promotions are done in the right manner. The people who are selling the products are very well trained to explain the features, etc. And also the reverse logistics to ensure that, you know, if a product fails, it comes back, we repair, give it. So this partnership has been tremendous, and both companies have benefited in this. And after that, you know, we have launched multiple products, from the Epic, you know, Walkman, then the Discman, the tape recorders, and the televisions, and then the PlayStation, which is now a separate company actually, but still under Sony. So it's been a fabulous journey. Yeah.
Fantastic. What do you think about this amazing partnership, and obviously Jumbo being one of the big leaders here?
Right. I mean, I think Jumbo, as you said at the very beginning, right, it's one of those forefront leaders when it comes to all things electronics. And we've seen such an evolution, like you mentioned, right? It was such a nostalgic trip. Like when you think about a Walkman, an iPod, etc. And now look at where we are. It's all about VR headsets and stuff. But it's very interesting where electronics itself is going. And then I did read very recently, great performance, great sales, all of that. But drones is one of your key sellers. Is that true? And why is there so much interest for drones right now?
You know, drones is actually growing a lot. So that's the first thing. You heard it absolutely right. For some time, UAE had placed a ban on even buying drones. But, you know, now you can get an approval, and then you can buy, and you can use it for a purpose, which is as long as it is not affecting the airspace and everything.
So Vikas, with everyone with so many people turning to online shopping, how is Jumbo staying ahead and relevant in this digital age?
Yeah, so, you know, first thing, all retailers today are omni-retailers. We are no longer brick and mortar retailers, because our consumers are shopping in both the places. They are shopping offline in our stores, and they're also shopping online. The same consumer expects Jumbo to give the same service levels, both offline and online. So it's a very difficult situation, because we have built our value proposition over the years on the offline model, and we call it the SAC model, which is selection, adoption, and continuation. So our value proposition is that we will help our customers select the best products by advising them the right product for the money and the exact usage that they have. Adoption means we will enable it in a manner where they are actually going to use it in a seamless manner, and they'll enjoy using it. We will give them concierge service so that they can actually, you know the detailed features of the product. We believe that, you know, if you're buying a Ferrari, you should be able to drive a Ferrari. So, and then continuation, because it's an asset that you're investing into, and then we want to serve you over a period of time by maintaining it, etc. Now imagine this value proposition that we have built in offline. This is something which we have to tweak, because the e-commerce players have come in and they are excellent at, you know, selection and adoption. So we are also engaging and deploying technology that is going to help our sellers by having videos, by having list of key features, explanations, including changing the store design layout, etc. Also, So a lot of things we have to do in the offline model to ensure that our value proposition stays as what it was. But we are also an omni player, so we also do a lot of stuff on the e-commerce side, and we have a jumbo.ae, and we are doing a lot of work. Our challenge is how do we get the same value proposition on jumbo.ae? But let me end this by saying that whatever we do in tech, at the end of the day, you have to be a company that is easy to do business with. If that is not the case, then the tech is not going to happen.
Absolutely, and it's amazing for a tech company to last longer than 50 years, almost as
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
as the UAE itself.
Yeah.
How do you see Jumbo Electronics as a symbol of that connection between the UAE and India?
You know, there's a story behind why the name Jumbo. So Mr. Chhabria was taking a flight to Dubai, and it was a jumbo jet, and you know, it was announced that it's a big jet, so he got excited and he said, look, I've got big ambitions for this company, so I'm going to take this name Jumbo. And when I look at it and I look at UAE, the leaders here, they've got audacious goals, and they've got, again, jumbo goals. So I think it was a marriage kind of which was born very naturally, and it has progressed. We have traveled the path together. Both companies and the country established in the early 70s. We were in 1974, the country in 1971. So we have taken cues from the leaders, and we have walked along, and I think that's how Jumbo has evolved. 50 years has happened. We are looking for the next 50 years, and during these 50 years that we have been here, we have not only created impact on the economy by providing jobs to thousands of people, but I also believe that we have made an impact on the social fabric of the country.
You absolutely have, Vikash. We
Yeah.
want to thank you for being with us on DXB today.